I'm back. I'm on the other phone. This phone's cutting up. Or either it's YouTube harassing me again. I can't even open up the YouTube on it. I know it's not this phone. This is a brand new phone. It's YouTube messing with me. Because I'm going to buy me a house in Ghana one day. I'm going to have me a mansion, YouTube. Yes, I am, YouTube. And if you don't like that, I'm very sorry, YouTube. Harassing me. Because you mad. Because I'm going to buy me a mansion. Yeah! Hater Raiders. I turned it off and I'm turning it back on. I know it's not this phone because I just got this phone. It's YouTube harassing me. They known for that. They're always yeah, see, it's not this phone. It's always harassing me. You know, this harassment is getting old. I've been back on here since 2019. And they've been harassing me ever since I've been back. They ran me off of here the first time, but they ain't running me off this time. You know, a lot of Christians is getting harassed on this dog on YouTube. A lot of them. For no reason. Just harassment. I rebuke you, you spirit of harassment. In Yeshua's name, I bind you up and loose you to the feet of Yah to destroy you, spirit of harassment. In Yeshua's name. No, boo, they ain't been doing good. Every time I come on here, y'all don't be catching it. I do. It be buffering. They be trying to make me skip what I'm saying. It be buffering so they could buffer out what I'm saying. So when people come to listen to it in the archives, they won't hear that particular thing. So when y'all hear me constantly repeat stuff, that's because they done did the buffer. It runs around. And whenever they do that, I know that they done edited out what I just said. So I will repeat it. So when y'all be listening to me and I be on here, y'all hear me say something 2-3 times, that's because they done buffed it to try and prevent me from saying what I'm saying. This harassment is ridiculous. And it all started because of COVID. Oh, guys, prophecy come to pass. Didn't I tell you I had a dream? Where I saw that you know what came out of the Wuhan lab. How many of y'all remember that vision I had 3 years ago? And I saw Nancy Pelosi. They gave her the V. She put it in the suitcase and she brought it back. And it was from the Wuhan lab in China. How many of y'all remember that vision I had 3 years ago? Didn't they say on the news, CNN, and all over the place, ABC, NBC, that the V came from Wuhan, China? Woo! God will always vindicate you. God will always vindicate his children. I am vindicated by God in Yeshua's name. Woo! YouTube tore me up because of that. I tried to take my channel down because of that. You remember what? I saw it and told y'all 3 years ago. Before the virus even came. What? I even told you 2019 it was coming. It was going to kill millions. And I got ostracized by YouTube and so many people. God has vindicated me. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Yahushua. Has vindicated me. It's on the news. Now, you know when they get on CNN, control CNN. You know it's the government. And remember all the visions I had about Dr. Fauci? Oh, they being revealed. He was a fake doctor. Remember all the visions I had? God said the mask don't work. It's been revealed. The mask don't work. I feel so vindicated. I feel so vindicated. Ooh, I can say it without getting in trouble, without losing my channel. Because they say it on the news all over the place. Then I tell you, God will always vindicate you. It may seem like you ain't getting vindicated. It may seem like the enemy is trampling all over you. It may seem like you're going to lose everything, but you ain't going to lose nothing. And I don't care if it take God 6 months, 2 years, 3 years like it took me. He will vindicate you and shut the mouths of the enemy, like it says in 140, and battle them. He will be our battle axe against our enemies. Ooh. And then I read some article where I think a CEO of YouTube retired. I guess she quit because she was subpoenaed to go to court about how the YouTube harasses people, and she quit 3 days prior to it. I read it on was it the New York Times or the Washington Post? One of those news articles, and I was like, wow. I said, Daddy, you doing what you told me you was gonna do a couple of years ago. What? Yes. Let me tell you something. Ain't no company too big for God to mess with. And ain't no company too big for God to shut down. Look at that GHT AI giving Google a run for their money. It said it might take Google down. I don't think that AI will take Google down. Because let me tell you, Google has a lot of information. Google has information that people don't even know exists. They got information that people wouldn't even look for because they don't know it exists. I don't know about this GHT AI thing. I don't know. I was told it writes songs, it writes books, it gives you formulas, it gives you codes. Now, I don't think Google could do that. But far as getting information, Google has tons of information. I put a question in there the other day. What was that question? I forget what it was, and it came up, and I was like, I can't believe this is actually in Google. So I was telling Pat, I was like, Pat, it is so much education and information in this doggone Google, but people don't know it's there because they don't know. Okay, first of all, in order for you to find the truth about something, it has to be revealed to you that this truth exists. So then once you find out this truth exists, then you could go on your search. But if you don't know that this truth exists, you'll never find it. And that's how the enemy's doing it. He's putting all this information before us. But he's like, they ain't gonna never find it because first they got to find out it exists. If you don't know something exists, how you gonna look it up? Oh, that's what it's called. But they saying that thing giving Google a run for their money. And it's like, it might shut Google down. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to shut Google down because I don't know if it's like, okay, I know Google can't make codes and books and all this stuff for you. But any kind of information you want to find is there. I don't know if this GChat is going to be having that or not. And then I heard I think Microsoft is behind it. Right? And the thing had feelings. It was talking some stuff and they had to go and revamp it. But guess what, guys? I can't read y'all the prophecy that I got in my phone because I'm on the phone that did it. I'm just chilling with this one. Hold on. Let me see if it's going to work again. I remember some of it in my head that he gave me. Yeah, it's not my phone. That was a harassment attack. Okay, it's over. It's done. It's under the blood. Whatever. They got themselves. Whatever. All right, but the Lord had told me that chat. What is it? CHA. The Lord said it's going to be more. It's going to be more. What's that? That other one. Not. What's the name of that other? Is it AOL? The other one that's like Google. Which one is that? Is it AOL? You know, you could use it like Google. You could search stuff in it like Google, but Google's bigger than it. Is it AOL? Bing, yeah. The Lord said that whoever's behind Bing, AOL, I kept saying AOL, is going to revamp themselves. And I believe they're going to have something like that chat got thing. And there's going to be another one that's going to come out in the future. I saw it between 2024 and 2026. Between 2024 and 2026 is going to be another one, another AI like this chat GP, but it's going to be from another company. But it's going to be between 2024 and 2026. And that was going to be even more advanced than the chat GPT we have now. Going to be more advanced. And then what's going to happen is, like, the Lord said that people are going to get dependent on this chat GT, whatever you call it, and the one that's coming between 24 and 2026. People are going to be dependent on these things. People are no longer going to want to write their own books. They're not going to no longer want to make up their own codes. People are going to be going to this thing for formulas to make products out. People are going to get so dependent on these things, and it's going to backfire. The Lord told me it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire. So one is coming between 2024 and 2026, and it's going to be more advanced than the one y'all people dealing with now. And then Bing is going to be revamping themselves because they've always been under the wings of Google. Google has always dusted them, but they're going to revamp themselves. Yeah, so look for that. Okay, and I heard God say in the month of March he was going to make some millionaires. Now, remember, I told you a lot of millionaires is coming in 2024, 2025, but this year it would only be a remnant, right? So March, God is going to make some people millionaires. Who is it going to be? I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to be me, you, your auntie, your mama. I don't know. But he just said that there was going to be some millionaires made in the month of March. So obviously, it's got to be some of his children, whether it's be us or some other children of his, we don't know. Because anytime he tells me something that, far something like that, like for instance, I'm not calling out no names, but I already know millionaires. They've made money from the crypto before it fell. I even know one particular man that's a millionaire right now. He became a millionaire last year through crypto. As worse as last year was, he became a millionaire through crypto. And then there's another one. He became a millionaire because he knows how to do shorts on the stock market. Yeah. So I know some millionaires. I know some she millionaires. I had 3 of them in my coaching before I stopped my coaching. So I do know some millionaires that came out of stock and crypto and other investments, during some of the harshest times. So if God can let these people become millionaires last year and toward the end of the 2021, then imagine what he could do this year. Because this year, he said this year was going to be volatile, and it's coming to pass, right? But he said it would go up and down, and he said that they would still do price points until like the summer, but it would be nowhere near as bad as last year. It would be up, it would go down. And so for 2 months, that's exactly what's happened. People made money in January. A lot of people made money in January because the market was good. Now, I'm not a guru or not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you prophecy. And February started out good until they came out. Jerome Powell came out. And then after that, it got better. But then these CPI reports and all this other stuff. And now Jerome Powell was saying he was going to start raising rates in April. But now they're saying he ain't going to stop till June or July. So that kind of made the market crash. And then last week, I told y'all the market was about to crash. But it wouldn't be bad. Didn't it crash? And it wasn't that bad. And it's still crashing a little. But it's trying to come up. You know what I mean? So what God told me is coming to pass. So if he made millionaires last year in the worst circumstances and toward the end of 2021, you can only imagine what he's going to do this year and next year. Because next year in 2024, I even heard some gurus and professional financial advisors just a couple of weeks ago. Somebody sent me the video, and it was like, they said what you said last year, Apostle, about millionaires. And I listened, and these are financial experts, and they said, yeah, 2024 and 2025 is going to make millionaires. I was like, well, they say exactly what I said last year that God told me. So if the Lord can make some millionaires last year and the year before, what makes you think he can't this year? Because this year ain't going to be like last year. It's going to be up and down. It's true. The market will crash and then go up, but nothing like last year. People literally lost their shirts. They lost everything. I mean, people committed suicide because of these investments and stuff last year. And we pray that doesn't repeat itself again. So can you imagine what God is going to do this year? But he told me that he was going to make some people millionaires in the month of March, April, and May and June. How many? I don't know. Who? I don't know. All we could do is pray we one of them. Because listen, God don't need coins and stock to make you a millionaire. He can have people, he can have somebody that's rich write you a check cut you a check. You know what I'm saying? Send you a bank wire, a bank transfer. You know what I mean? Or I don't know how much money PayPal take, but they can send it to you. You know what I mean? You don't know. They could just, somebody could be following you, watching you. You go to your P.O. box, open it up, you got $1 million check. What? I'll probably fall right on the floor. Pat be having to pick me up. Somebody send me a check like that. So you never know how God is going to make you a million. All it takes is a rich person, a person who got money to write you $1 million check. Boom. Although Uncle Sam going to get, 17 to 25% of it, you still a millionaire. So you never know who God going to use to enrich you. I mean, yeah, he's probably going to use coins. He may use stock because that's what he has done before. He may use other investments, but he can also have somebody write you a check or send you a check. For real. Send you a bank check, draft check for $1 million or $2 million. You never know. Or they could send you some foreign currency that might be value one day and you be a millionaire. You never know how God's going to do it. God is the God of impossible. He can do it any kind. Look, you could wake up out your bed, come down your stairs or walk down your hallway and $1 million or $2 million could be sitting right there waiting for you. I ain't lying. God is the God of impossible. He could do anything. Who are we to say that he has never done that before? People could have woken up and found money in their house. And if you find a bunch of money in your house or you become a millionaire or somebody send you a big check, you ain't gonna go around, look, somebody just wrote me a check for $1 million. Oh, I woke up and it was hundreds of dollars a month. Who is going to do that? The way this world is today, people will be trying to find you to rob you. So who's going to tell you? So who are we to say that there hasn't been anybody that woke up and found tons of money in their house from God or gold or silver in their house that was worth a lot of money? Who are we to say that God has never done that? We just have never heard of it before. And because those people are smart, they don't want everybody to know because people will rob you, man. You Africans know this. You go, there's been times people in the African church will go and testify God gave them millions of naira, millions of this, and then they get followed home and get robbed. You Africans know I'm telling the truth. So even in church, you can't be testifying. Shoot, the church people will rob your butt or come up with all kinds of excuses to skim you out your money. So in this world, when God does make you rich or God gives you a whole bunch of money, you don't tell nobody. They'll see it. Because you'll probably go buy your new house, car, you pay off your bills. So they'll see it and they'll be like, yo, what's happening? But they won't know. So they won't have that criminal mind, but if you run into them, somebody just sent me $1 million. I woke up, God, I had $300,000 where I don't know where it came from. Oh, I woke up and I had $500,000 in my bank and the bank keep telling me it's mine, and everybody's already scoping on you, how they going to get your money. So be wise, like Kent says. When you get money, I don't care if it's a couple of $1,000. I mean, that's okay. Cause people will rob you for a couple of $1,000, but they won't search you out to find you. But when you start talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, you can't do that. You got to keep it to yourself. And they're going to see that you got something because your life is going to change. But see, it's different. When people see your life has changed, when they see you got this, you got that, it's like they don't really know where it came, what you got to try and skim you. But if you telling them, oh, I got $1 million, I got 100,000, a couple hundred, man, they gonna get you. They're gonna try anyway. They're gonna try anyway. And you can't go to church anymore and start testifying stuff like that because the people in the church will rob you. But heck, the pastor be back there scoping on you in his book right now. Okay, I want to see how I'm gonna get them to donate $100,000. He already writing it down, trying to figure out how he gonna get it out of you. So I wouldn't be testifying in church that God gave me $1 million or a couple of 100,000. I would not do it. Let them see for themselves. Let them wonder. And that's it. That's it. I would not do it because this world is so bad now. The earth is not bad. It's the world. The people in it. See, the world is different from the earth. The earth is the earth. The world is a worldly system that man has created. That's what's getting bad. And then people is having a hard time. I wrote that on YouTube and Facebook. People having a hard time now. People hungry. People starving, y'all. People can't pay their rent, their mortgages, their business. My mortgage, their business ain't making the money like it used to. You know, people hungry. Look what them people was doing in Austin, Texas. They was going in dumpsters getting food. It's getting rough out here. It's getting rough out here. So you have to keep quiet about any kind of big money that you getting. You know what I mean? Big money. It's better to sow a seed in ministry than, I mean, yeah. It's better. I mean, you can't even trust your own family members. Look at that man last year. He killed his mother over money. You can't even trust your family members. They know you got that money. Let me tell you something. People, when you got money, every hound dog is coming out. Every cat is coming out. You hear me? Every tiger. Every lion and lioness is coming out. Every cougar. It's coming. Every alligator and shark is coming for you. When they know you got money, they coming. And they coming with their schemes and their stories. And if you don't apply, they may go bunkers. Especially family members you ain't seen in 10, 20 years. I got this thing about me. If I haven't seen you in 5 years, I'm not rolling with you like I used to. Because within 5 years, you could change. You could change. Heck, 20 years. You know, I used to run into people back home I ain't seen since high school. And they'll be like, you still look the same. You just gained some weight, but you still look the same. And they be wanting to exchange phone numbers and stuff. I don't lie, but I be getting my way out of it. Well, I don't got to give them my phone number because I don't know. You ain't seen you in 20 years. You is not that person. You is not that person no more. I don't know what you capable of. You know, so most people that I haven't seen in 20, 30 years, I don't want to be bothered with them. I'll pray for them and their salvation, but I don't want to be bothered with them because I know they're going to change. And if they're not a child of God, they're not speaking the language of God, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing, even my family members. I got family members I ain't seen in 30, 20, 40 years. If I saw them today, I would be cordial and I would be loving because that's my blood, but we're not establishing anything until I'm sure about you. We're not establishing anything. And if you're not following God, then I know not to let you back in. See, that's a given for us Christians, Elohim children. We run into old friends, old family. We run into, new people. And we know they not a God and they ain't living right. You already know to leave them alone. I don't care how much you like them. You know to leave them alone because if they're not living right, they're not an Elohim Godhead. They have been sent on an assignment to mess you up. So you need to walk away. Pray and ask God first, because he may want to use you to bring that person to the kingdom. So you be like, God, what's the purpose of me running into this person after all these years? Or this new person and they're not saved. They're not of you. Am I on assignment? And if I'm on assignment, then tell me what to do. If I'm not on assignment, then tell me how to replicate this situation. If they were sent by the enemy, tell me, and I walk away. And what you Christians, before I finish telling you the word, what you children of the Most High need to understand is you must guard your life at all costs. God protects us, it's true. But you have your own will. So you must guard your life at all costs. You must look at yourself as a precious jewel of the kingdom of God. So every time you meet somebody new, he or she is either from the devil or they're from God, right? Or they could be a witch, warlock, whatever, right? So you have to get on your knees and fast a day or two and be like, God, what is the purpose of this person? Why are they re-entering my life? Or if they're new, where did they come from? What is their guild? What is their purpose? Was they sent by you or was they sent by the enemy? Is it a witch, a warlock, a juju, a jetty, whatever it is? I want you to show me. I'm going to give you an example. There's somebody that's been following me for like a year. I had my qualms about the person, but I didn't think the person was into witchcraft, right? Right. And so they've been attacking another person that I know, right? And this other person didn't reveal it to me till just recently, right? So I was like, I told the person, I was like, I've been feeling funny about this person anyway. I said, let me pray. And then I said to myself, Rosalind, you should have been prayed a year. The person just never comes in my spirit. That's what it is. I just like talk to them, right? But they don't physically come in my spirit. So, but it reminded me that I can't be like that. When I instantly have a funny feeling about somebody, I need to go in and ask God right away, just like I taught y'all, right? So finally I prayed. Then I asked my prophet brother and my prophet sister to pray, right? And I'm going to hear from them later. So I prayed, right? Y'all, I just prayed, went to sleep, and God showed me that fact. I'm like, what? She's a witch. I was like, oh my goodness, my sibling in the Lord, I said was right. And I accused my sibling in the Lord, so I had to apologize to my sibling in the Lord because I said, no, that's not true. And of course he forgave me. He loves me. Right? And I was shocked. And the Lord showed me the person in the witch costume with the witch hat and everything. And I knew who it was, but this is what God taught me. When a man or a woman is practicing witchcraft, right? When you see them in the spirit realm, they look like them. It's them, but they don't look the same. They look wicked. They look evil. Sometimes they're ugly. They look like the elements that they are, but it's them. So that's how it was. I was like, ew, that's a hideous looking witch, right? But I see her. I knew it was her. I saw her eyes and everything. I knew it was her. So I woke up, I was like, Daddy, you trying to tell me she really a witch? I said, how did I let that slide for a whole year? He was like, did you ask me for a whole year? I was like, no. I had to put my head down. No, Papa, I ain't asked you. He said, but didn't you just ask me? I said, yeah. He said, but didn't I just answer you? I said, yeah. I said, lesson learned. I ain't letting slide no more. When I have funny feelings about somebody, I'm going straight to God. And when my brother and sister in the Lord, that I know that's true that the Lord tell me that that's a witch, I'm going to go to God and I'm going to confirm it. I ain't going to tell them, no, you lying, and go again. And I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. And my sibling in the Lord have seen this witch for like the past 2 weeks. Taunting him because nobody believed him. Man, these witches is slicker than slick. We have to be careful. That's why I said we have to guard our life at all costs. I got a warlock following me on my Patreon. I didn't even know he was there. I didn't even know he joined until God brought it to my. I said, warlock, what in the world? I don't even be on Patreon like that. I mean, I be on there. I be putting stuff on there, but I don't be on there like that. And when people be leaving me messages, I might not see it for like 2-3 weeks, right? I'm like, Daddy, really? So then Daddy told me, go to your Instagram and look him up. I went to my Instagram. Daddy was like, check the people he followed. Do you know he following masonry people? Masonry men? I said, Daddy, he's following Mason. He said, because he's one of them. Block. I'm gone. You ain't got to tell me one. Doggone warlock. I mean, they everywhere. They to the east. They to the west. They to the south. They to the north. They're on top. They're underneath. They're in the middle. They're witches, warlock, juju people, priestess. They're everywhere. So you got to be careful. And they just come in like a slithering snake. You don't even know they're there. And if God don't bring it to your attention, you may not know. That's why we need God. It don't matter how high you up in the spirit realm. You see how I let that witch slide for a whole year. I knew something wasn't right about it, but I couldn't pinpoint it. Instead of me going to God, I just let it slide. And I was shocked at myself. I was like, Daddy, I don't normally do that with these witches because I know how dangerous they are. I know how lethal they can be, right? They're killers, right? And so that was a lesson to me, y'all. I'm not. From now on, when I get them funny feelings, I'm going to God. If my brother and sister come to me, I'm going to God. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. But we as children of God, we have to be very careful, y'all, because these things, they're everywhere. They will infiltrate in your ministry, anything that you got. They'll buy your books. They'll donate to you. And let me tell you, they're very patient. Because you know, Yahuah is very patient. I was talking to God. I said this morning, I was like, Daddy, they'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years to get you if God don't get them first. They very patient. Sometimes they'll just watch you, follow you for a year or two. Then boom, they come out of nowhere. Hey, can I get coaching? Can you call me? Send me their phone number, email. I don't know you. Somebody tried to call me from Facebook. I'm like, I don't know who this person is. Psst. And you know, don't call me from Facebook. And don't call me from Instagram because you're going to get your feelings hurt because I ain't going to answer. And do not mail me and ask me to call you to interpretate some dream. I ain't doing that. That's why I come on here and do it. Come on now. Would you ask TD Jakes to do that? Would you ask Paula White to do that? No. So don't ask me to do it. That's why when I come on here, I do it. So you have to be very, very, amen to God. You have to be very, very careful, guys, because these evil workers of the enemy, they're everywhere. And they're shiesty and they're crafty. And they will wait 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 years before they try and attack you. They'll watch you. And you know another thing about witches and stuff? They watch you. They observe you. They listen to you because they figured, you know, they could get to know you just by watching you and listening to you. I mean, they can kind of get to know you, some of your habitational ways, but they can never get to know you. See, they would have to be in your personal sphere to know who you really are. Now, what you see with me is what you get, but a lot of people, what you see of them is not really of them. So they have to find a way. So what they do is they study you, they watch you, they listen to you, and then they go in the spirit realm and try and attack you that way. Then if that don't work, they want to infiltrate. They want to act like they want coaching, personal dream interpretation, personal teaching. I had one witch, and this is going to shock y'all. I knew she was a witch from the door. Living somewhere abroad. Gonna ask me, how can I partner with you? I will relocate from somewhere over there where she was overseas. I will relocate and come to where you are and work with you as a partner. I said, yeah, sure you will. And she just kept sending me message after message. And I'm like, Daddy, she think I'm stuck on stupid. She don't realize that you already revealed to me. Look, I saw her before she came. I had a vision. And I saw this witch. Pretty looking woman, though. She was way across the place looking at me. And she had the most evil wickedness. And she wanted to get me, but she couldn't. I woke up, I was like, Daddy, what in the world? He said, that's that witch that's about to come. Do you know he even gave me her name? Her name. And do you know her name was the name he gave me? What? And she followed me on Facebook and YouTube. Never donated, never asked for prayer, nothing. But yet every time I make a video, she go on Facebook leaving me messages. That's a sure sign right there, right? So when she said she would move from over there to here, and I didn't even recognize the name because I had forgot about it because he showed it to me last year. And then I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Daddy, that's the witch you showed me. It was like October, November last year. And I said, that's her name. He gave me 2 witches' names. So there's one more that's about to come. Because it's time for her to come. Because I seen her too, right? So I was like, Daddy, that's the name you gave me. I said, I was like, I don't know why I was so shocked. I was like, oh my goodness. So you know what? I ain't even saying nothing to her. I ain't even let her know I was on to her. I just blocked her butt. And I said, by blocking her on Facebook, she'll know that I know. She'll know that I know. Yes, you told me I was being watched and they were using a clock in my house. Yeah. Oh yeah, and another thing about clocks, y'all. I'm not saying y'all can't have a clock, but do you know if you have a clock and you set it to the south, to the west, it brings untimely death to you? Me and Pat looked it up. It's in Google. Go to Google and put in what was it that we put in Google? I forgot. Our clock, you could put in something like our clock's curse. So you could have a clock, but you put it to the north. So you got to figure out where to put it. And then it also said the best place to put a clock is in your living room, right? So you have to figure out in your house which is north. And that's where you put the clock at. And they say the best place to put it is in the living room. So most people, you see this, my big couch here, right? Most people will put a clock right there. That's to the south. To the north would be over here somewhere. Like where my freezer is, I have a wall, a big piece of wall. That's where I would put my clock because that's to the north. So you never put it to the south, to the west, because it brings on the curse of death. Didn't I tell you time is death? Didn't I tell you God, it doesn't work in time, right? So Pat had brought it to my attention, right? And I was like, I said, she getting kind of crafty here. She like, it's for watching you. And so I Googled it, right? And then I was like, wow. But you know, I have a clock right now that somebody professionally made for me 2 years ago, and it's still in the box, right? And I'm leaving it in there until, you know, I'm out of here. And it has me and my children. This person was very talented. They took my picture and my 3 children and put it into the clock. It's beautiful. It's a big clock, right? And Daddy told me, he said, just keep it in the box until you relocate. So when I relocate and I put it up, I'm gonna put it in my living room, but I'm gonna put it to the north, right? So just Google how are clocks a curse, or how are clocks a curse to death, and it should come up, right? So if you're a person that got a clock in the middle of your living room, you need to move it. Or if you got it on the other side here, that's the south and the west, you need to move it to the north and put it on the wall. And you have to be careful with the clocks you get. Like if they got pictures in them, you know, make sure there's no animal pictures in there, stuff like that. If you want, like, have a clock made and put your picture, that's different. You know what I mean? But when Pat had brought it to my attention, I had gotten in the car. She was like, sis, I'm getting rid of my clock. I was like, well, what? So then she told me, I was like, how in the world? And I was like, you know, and I was like, why didn't I do that? Because I know time is death, you know, but sometimes God don't give you everything. He'll give it to other people that follow you, or that's your family or like family, you know, and he just happened to give it to her. She just was looking at something else and something popped up and she looked at it, right? And that's how she found it, you know. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, I'm gonna tell the people this tomorrow when I go on there again. Because Thursday or Friday I'm going to the other channel to do free coaching. Yeah. So I just want to tell y'all, like I told y'all yesterday about dating, I just want to tell y'all today, we as children, we have to look at ourselves as precious jewels of God, right? And you have to be very mindful of this. The enemy is always after you. He's always going to try and find a way. He may rest and go away, like it says in the Bible, but he's regrouping. And when he comes back, he's going to come back like a powerhouse. So you must put in your mind, every person you meet, there's a purpose and a reason. It's either from God or the devil, or they're into witchcraft or something, and they want to hurt you. They want to come for you, right? So you always go to God and ask God, why is this person reappearing in my life? Who is this new person? What is the purpose, Daddy? Did you send them? Did the devil send them? And if the devil did send them, do you want me to try and bring them to you? Lead me, instruct me. You have to be stuck to God. Like I used to say, God, I'm stuck to you like crazy girl. And he said, stop saying that. He just said that you live in me. So I'm going to tell you, say, God, I live in you and you live in me. I'm in your bosom. I'm in your wings. And that's where I'm staying. My face is on you like flint. And I stand on the rock of ages and I cannot be moved. Right? So by you saying that, you are telling God, every move I make, I'm going to let you dictate. Everything and every person and situation come in my life, I'm going to let you dictate. I'm not going to use my own will. I'm not going to use my own mind until you tell me what to do. And you have to be conscious because they are always after, especially witches and warlocks and juju people, Jedis, occult, satanic. They're always after us. You have to keep that in your mind. You are a precious jewel. You are one of the most wanted. You are on the most wanted list. Some is high up. You know what I mean? So anytime you encounter anybody in life that want to enter your life, that want to enter your spirit, especially if you're in ministry and you teach the truths and you casting demons out, you prophesying, all that stuff, man, they want you bad. Some people could have a syndicate. Like I was told years ago, I had like the mafia after me, the witchcraft mafia. What? I was told I had international witches after me. I'm like, what? You know, I was told this years ago. I'm like, what? Me? See, you would never think the stuff that you're teaching and the stuff that you're doing will cause people to want to just go bunkers and want to hurt you and harm you. But you got to realize, we're children of God. It's not a lot of us. I mean, it is millions and billions, but compared to Satan children right now, it's way more of them. You know what I mean? And so we have to be very careful. You got to be careful who you follow on these platforms. You got to be careful who you let speak into your life. You got to be careful who you let pray over you, who you come in agreement with. You have to be very careful. And you always got to have it on the forefront. I am a precious jewel of God. I am on the enemy's most wanted list. He is not going to stop. He will rest and come back. But as long as my feet is treading on this earth, he will not stop. Okay? Remember that. And remember, God and the Holy Spirit and Yeshua is your only, and the angels are the only protection you have. Yes, we can read books. We can pray. We can fast. That helps a lot. Praising God, living righteous, living virtuous to the best of your ability. Don't sin, don't fornicate, don't put your mouth on somebody you're not supposed to. Help as many as God leads you to help, whether it be financially or in other ways. That stuff help. But can't none save your life but Yeshua Jesus, Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Spirit, and Father God Yahuah. That's it. And his angels are their helpers to help watch over us. Do you know you could command your angels to fight against witches? When you got witches and warlocks and juju people, and the reason why I say witches first, because there's a bunch of them, right? You just command your angels. Just be like, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, I command my angels to fight against any witch, warlock, wizard, juju people, cultic, satanic, and I even be like, God, the devil got so many, I don't even know them. So all kinds of evil that he has, that he could use against me, I command my angels in the name of Yeshua Jesus to fight against them. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Jezreel are one of the four major big angels, and they over all the stuff. Okay, you can call them too. When you're dealing with some of these high-ranking evil people, call some high-ranking angels in the name of Yeshua and deal with them. You got the cosmos spirits that watch the earth. You could call the cosmos spirits in Yeshua Jesus' name. If they sending like earthly things against you, like earthly elements, or they using the sun against you, or the moon, using like the spirit of the cosmos, the angels of the cosmos, and Yeshua Jesus' name, fight against those who are using the elements against me. Won't they do it? Trust me, I do it all the time, and it works. And I don't care if the witches hear me say it, because they know it's true. Don't mess with the angels. You might not live. And once they get finished with you, I tell them, don't give them to Yah to finish them off. If they don't want to repent and get right, you have to say this. If they don't want to repent and get right, then woe to their soul, and Yah will finish them off. And they'll just have to come back again. Because one thing you got to realize, all human creation belong to God. So you just can't say, God, kill them, take them off the earth. You have to give them a chance. You have to say, if their soul does not apply to the salvation that is offered to them by their own free will, then woe unto them what happens to their soul. Let them be finished and come back again. That's what you say. Because you're giving God a chance to get them right. You know, because one time God came to me years ago and he was like, you have to stop asking me to just straight out kill them. And I'm like, why? He said, because I created them in their minds and they have to be given a chance like you. So I said, well, teach me how to pray it. And so he taught me and I taught y'all years ago. And I've been teaching you ever since. So be vigilant. That's right. Your adversities, the devil is always roaring like a lion, walking about seeking whom he can devour. And see, that's how they be getting children of God, because the churches are not teaching them that what is that? 1 Peter 5:8-9. Okay, they may teach them this, but they're not giving them the full wisdom and knowledge behind it. We have to be mindful of, we have to look at yourself as a precious jewel of God. And when you look at yourself as a precious jewel of God, and sometimes you look in the mirror and you say that, you walk around, guess what? You start to become even more beautiful than you already are. People start looking at you like, gosh, you're beautiful. You're so radiant. And you might not even be all that beautiful. I'm just saying. But they'll start looking at you like, wow. And then they'll start seeing a glow in you. Because I hear it all the time. And they'll start seeing a glow in you. Right? And then a lot of people will start treating you better. Now, you know, there's still going to be a small remnant out there that's still going to try and mess you up, mess with you, witches, warlock. You know what I'm saying? Even some witches will be scared to mess with you. Daddy told me this. He said, I can say it. He says, witches and evil, any kind of evil, when they realize that you don't fear them, they begin to fear you. I was like, whoa. So when they realize you don't fear them anymore, they begin to fear you. Because I'm going to tell you something. These evil workers know God exists. They know Mama Ru exists. They know Yeshua exists. And they know the power of God. And they know that their kingdom can never overpower God. But see, they know as long as we're in the flesh, there's an opportunity to overpower us. And they know that many people don't know the truth like they do. Like the stuff I teach you and other people teach you. They know that many of the children of God don't know this. And God says, my people die from lack of knowledge. But guess what? If my people get knowledge, they shall live. If my people get knowledge, they shall live. If they don't get knowledge, they shall die. Right? So the evil ones, they know all of this stuff. They know Mama Ru is a she. Why you think that Spanish chick, Grande, whatever her name is, made a song about God is a she? They know. They know. Because Yahuah has a wife. Just like God. He does everything. They know. They know. And when they thinking God, they ain't thinking our God. They thinking the Yahuah. And the many other gods that's in the kingdom. Right? So they know a lot of us don't know this stuff because they think it's a lot of the Christians think it's new age. They think it's witchcraft. And when you try to teach it, they think you're Jezebel. Oh, they think you're blaspheming. Oh, they think you're not a God. And all they do is curse themselves. Because in the end, they're going to find out you is a God. And they all broken, poor, and whatever, because they done cursed themselves. They sick. They done lost loved ones because they done cursed themselves because they cursed you. Right? Look at all of them who cursed Yeshua. Look at Egypt. Look at all that. What happened to them? That's the same guy. Okay? So, anyway, they know that most Christians don't know this stuff. And that's how they devour them. But once you learn knowledge, they can't devour you no more. Knowledge is power. Knowledge will kill fear. Knowledge will kill fear. Not just any knowledge. Knowledge of God will kill fear. And the Lord told me, once they know you don't fear them anymore, they fear you. Why do they start to fear you? Because you don't fear them no more. Because the power of God is elating in you. It is elevating in you. Your wisdom is going through the roof. You learning how to combat. You learning how to take your prayer closet and turn it into a battle closet. I was just counseling a couple the other day, married for 1 year, about to get divorced, right? I was on the phone with them for almost 2 hours. I was like, yo, you ought to know that your battle closet is also, your prayer closet is also your battle closet. That is your spiritual warfare battle. Wherever you pray is your battle. Wherever you pray, wherever your prayer closet is, it is your battle closet. You don't do things in the physical. You take them to God. Christians must learn we can never fight in the physical. We must always fight in the spiritual. Anything that comes to you, you never fight it in the physical. You go to the spiritual and you fight. Because if you fight in the physical, you might lose. Because guess what? The enemy fights in the physical. They go use the elements to come against you. They go get herbs. They get oils. They get these powders. They get this, they get that. They go and kill a dog and ritualize the dog so they can shapeshift as a dog in the spiritual realm. Or they go and get a cow and they kill it and ritualize that so they get shapeshifts. Or they go get rats and they kill that and they ritualize that in the altar so they can become a rat and come and get you in your dreams, right? See, so they do everything in the physical and they need blood. They need blood at all times. Blood, whether it be animal blood, baby blood, human blood, they need blood, right? We don't need blood. We got the blood of Yeshua. So everything they do is in the physical. They do charms. They do jujus. You know, they tell you, bring me $50,000 and then buy this, buy that. See, everything they do is in the physical. So if we try to fight them in the physical, chances are you will lose because their power comes from the physical. Our power comes from the greatest source ever. God, Yahweh, Mamaru, Yeshua, and the heavens. You see the difference? So this is why God tell you in Ephesians 6? You can't fight in the physical. Doesn't it tell you that in Ephesians 6 that we cannot war in the physical? We can only war in the spirit. Why do you think he tell you that? Because the enemy wars in the physical. They are very powerful in the physical. This flesh, the enemy created in the beginning. So they're very powerful in the physical. But God created the spirit and the soul came from the spirit, right? So therefore he is more powerful. So you must fight and align with the spirit of your Father in order to win the battle in the physical. You understand? So this is why many Christians wind up dying, losing their life, losing their marriage, losing everything because they're fighting in the physical, which is the enemy's power. You must fight in the spiritual, which is God's power. And this is what they don't teach you in church. They don't really, like I remember in Virginia when I was preaching in the church, the first thing I ever taught about was fear. And so many people got delivered. Then the second Sunday, I preached about Ephesians 6, people got delivered. And I remember to this day, they would tell me, you know, no one's never taught on fear like that. No one's never taught on Ephesians like that. See, I know the Bible really well because like I told you, when them demons was coming for me, I was reading it 4 and 5 hours in a night and 10, 4 or 5 hours in a day for years. I'm talking about like 8, 9, 10 years, right? I was dealing with those things, right? Going to church, God using me to deliver people. He using me to do this. He using me to do that, prophesy, but I'm dealing with demons. So that goes to show you, it don't matter if you got demons, God will still use you. The demons aren't as powerful as God. God will still use you. There's a lot of pastors and leaders out here got ridiculed with demons, and God is still using them. And guess what? God won't let their demons transfer to people neither. Because I used to do a lot of stuff, and them demons didn't transfer to nobody. You know what I mean? So okay, so I guess I was meant to just teach y'all this stuff. But basically, I can't remember the rest of it. It's in this phone. So I guess Thursday when I do the coaching thing, I will try and do it on this phone again and then tell y'all. Apostle, did you see today that Indonesia had another prophecy come to pass? Because Daddy said that they were going to get a lot of quakes this year. And Turkey. Oh my goodness, Turkey, did buildings fall? Because remember I just told y'all yesterday I saw buildings falling in Turkey. What? Daddy's on the move. Daddy's on the move. So okay, so after this, I'm not doing coaching right now. Guys, y'all gotta pray for me. I gotta finish my school. I'm like 4 weeks behind because I've been doing other stuff. I've been doing other stuff. So I can't start coaching until I finish my class. I'm sorry, I can't, because when I start coaching on Patreon, that's gonna be two Sundays, plus every Saturday church, plus my therapy that I'm going through for my arm, and then other stuff I'm doing. It's just no way that I could do coaching right now. So we were looking at March, but now we're probably looking at May or June. And if you can't wait that long for me to coach you, there are millions of Christian coaches out there. They may be a little more pricey than me, but there are millions of Christian coaches out there that you can look for if you can't wait for me. Because I'm being honest with you, May or June, probably more so June, because I have to finish my class, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm 4 weeks behind, and it's a 6 week class. Okay, you do the math. So I'm going to be doing prophetic coaching or prophetic life advice show where I give people 3 minutes each to coach them. So you could go and subscribe to their. I'm guaranteed to do that once or twice a month, probably twice a month. So you could get free coaching on there. As far as getting 20-minute coaching, in-depth coaching, probably not till June. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I do keep turkey in my purse. Yeah, and I'm this weekend I'm gonna start catching up. It's a lot of reading, and then after you read, you gotta take all these tests. And I'm like, dang, I didn't know it like that. But the benefits of it when I finish would be awesome, right? I just gotta get through it. So I'm gonna start back doing it this weekend, and so and then I've been exercising again because by November I gotta get 50, 60 pounds off for me. That's what I got left, 50, 60 more pounds. So I've been exercising too. So, I mean, when you got a lot of stuff on your plate, sometimes it's hard to squeeze things in. And I know people need coaching. That's why I made the other channel. And that's why I'm going to come on there twice a month. And although you only get 3 minutes each, that's still 3 minutes that could change your life, that can help you. And then when I'm coaching somebody else, they can have a problem like you had, but you didn't ask me that problem. You asked me something else. And then you hear me get them a solution, and then boom, you got your solution, Because I can't tell you how many times when I was doing personal coaching, and I would finish with one person, go to the next one. And then later on, the other one be like, that person you talked to, I was going through that too, and it helped me. And then I would give prophecies to them. I would give general prophecies. That's why they love the coaching, because I would give so much for so little. I was only charging back then like $50. Now it's going to be 60, what is it? 55 or 60 now? Yeah. So if you can't wait for me till June, then go, hire another coach, or just come on the Prophetic Life Advice show. And because I'm gonna come on there Thursday or Friday and give some free coaching. It helps between I have an interview tomorrow, like change your position. I pray you get that, girl. And Shu's name. We have been praying that you pass with one. I already took one test and I got a 60% because I rushed through the reading and stuff, and I got 60%, but I still passed because they said 50% or better, but I still passed. As I see, you love ice cold water, but you will lose weight fast if you only drink. I tried drinking warm water. It don't mix with me. Now, if I was in the mountains and I ain't have nothing but mountain water, warm water, I don't have no choice. But right now, I have a choice. And I've already lost 60 pounds with drinking with ice water. Okay, so I'm good. But I appreciate your advice and I appreciate your care. But I've lost 60 pounds still drinking this, boo. Okay. It might have took me 2 years. Because I started at the end of 2020. And by 2022, I had 60 pounds. But this year, I'm going to get 50 pounds off quick. And I've already dropped 5 pounds in the past 2 weeks alone. 5 pounds. Because I'm changed. Because I joined that Noom, Noom. Man, they recipes is, they're so great. Like they had this recipe where you juice. Like I got my mixer, and then I got my other ninja things, right? You put the apple, cut up the apple. I take the skin off because sometimes they pray. Well, I get organic stuff, so they don't have that stuff on it. But I take the skin off and I cut the apple up and I take the seed out of the apple, right? And then you cut up pears, right? Take the skin off the pears, and then what else was it? It was pears, apple, and lemon. Sometimes I just use the lemon juice. I don't even feel like being messing with the lemon. And you put some ice and some water in it. So good. You can have it for breakfast or just as a drink with dinner. Oh my goodness. And then they have something with kale and shrimp and mushrooms. Oh my goodness. It is so heavenly. So when you start eating Those type of recipes, oh, weight will drop off of you fast. Fast. Because you're not eating like a lot of pasta, rice, potatoes. I mean, they do have rice. They have jasmine rice. They have wheat rice. They have couscous. You know, but when you're eating that way, 5 pounds already in 2 weeks. And I only been on the treadmill 4 times in the past 2 weeks. 4 times. That's it. Because I can't go to the gym till I finish therapy. But I might sneak to the gym. I'm seriously thinking about sneaking to the gym. I just won't do like heavy weights. I'll do like light weights. Because they had told me after therapy I could do like 5 and 10 pound weights. And that's it. So I might just do that. But my legs, my bottoms, I could do that, you know. So I might sneak to the gym in the future. 2 years is okay because losing weight slowly but steadily is more likely. And when you eat the way that I eat, you can continue to eat that way even after you lose the weight. You know, see, like when I was on keto, I lost 30 pounds. As soon as I got off that keto, it came right back. So I was like, okay, I have to just change my lifestyle of eating. So when I lose the weight, I could still eat the same way. And my first turning, and I'm really getting lots of stuff. Oh, bless you. I mean, yeah, noon. It's $187 for 7 months of recipes. And you can only do it on your phone. I mean, you might could do it on your computer. I didn't try it yet, you know, but it's $187. And they got some good, and they seem to care about you. Like I hadn't looked at it for like a whole week and they sent me an email, you know, so they seem to care about you. And then they have food coaches. If you feeling at a loss, you know, pay a certain fee, which is not astronomical, and then they can coach you and push you through. Yeah, I tried to drink aloe vera juice. I can't do it. It's just some things some people just can't do it. I tried to drink that aloe vera juice. I really did, but I don't like it. I couldn't. So I'm just gonna stick with what got me 60 pounds off of me and noon. I'm just gonna stick to that because it's working for me. What's your prayer? Put it back. Okay, yes, coaching is such a blessing. Good for you on your weight loss journey. You look great. You will make your goal weight for sure. Praying for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, y'all pray for my endurance to keep pushing to get the rest of the weight off. Y'all pray. You don't like it neither, Adrian? Yeah, it don't taste good. I mean, I use it for my hair, and sometimes if you go and buy the real aloe vera and you know get it and you peel it off, you could put it on your skin, just straight on your skin, right? It's very good for that. When I was making my products, I would put aloe vera in some of my products for your skin and for your hair, but I ain't drinking it. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah, I drink lemonade. I drink lemon water and lemonade a lot. Do you know they have it's called Simply Florida? It has no sugar in it. It has a stevia leaf. Now the stevia leaf is better than the actual stevia powder, because they say stevia, you got to watch that because it's not that great for you. But the stevia leaf, I looked it up, is better. So it only has 1 gram or 2 grams of stevia leaf in it. Big old bottle. I mix that with my gut healthy pop drinks because they don't have no taste to them. So I mix it with them and I drink it, right? And I noticed I've lost a lot of stomach just from mixing that lemonade, because the healthy gut pop is for your gut. It's supposed to help you have a healthy gut. So from drinking half of that with half a glass of lemonade, and sometimes I squeeze lemon in it, I've lost a lot of my stomach. So lemon truly does help you lose your stomach. It really does. But them healthy gut drinks, they kind of pricey. They be like $2. Sometimes you can catch them on sale for $2.40, but most times they be like $2.79, $3. But they worth it though, right? And so, but the lemonade is called Simply Florida. Yeah, that's what it's called, Simply Florida. So look for it. If you down here, you could find it in Publix, Kroger's, Public Closers and the other grocery store, I forget. But if you in Georgia, you can find that Simply Florida in Kroger's, Publix, and it's another one. Yes. Okay, I pray for your education and your family. That your family gets saved and have salvation, and that you make it through your education and you pass with flying colors. In Yeshua's name. All right. So, oh, you can get it on cheap. Oh, so you know about it too? Yeah. So if you get that kind of lemonade that has the stevia leaf in it, that only has 1 or 2 grams, right? It don't have no carbs. It don't got no other kind of sugar in it. And it's natural, simply Florida. And if you get those gut healthy drinks, y'all want me to show you what the gut healthy drinks look like? I'll bring a can. Hold on. I'll be right back. Ouch, my legs are sore. Why does pillow always fall? Okay, here's the gut healthy drinks. They come in all flavors. They come in strawberry cream. They come in all flavors, but this is what they look like. So take a screenshot. And it's called it's called organic. Just so little. Wait. Something organic. Oh, Simply Truth Organic. Yeah. Simply Truth Organic. Support gut health. And it has 45 calories. Now, the average soda has about 200-300 calories. It has 14 carbs and 5 grams. I think they use stevia too, or organic cane sugar, right? And sometimes I'll have like 2 of these or 3 of these. Well, actually, sometimes 2, because I'll be cutting them in half, drinking the lemonade. And then there's this tea that I drink that has no sugar. I'll show you that, right? And then here is the it's called Simply Light Lemonade. So sometimes when they don't have the one that doesn't, okay, they have 2. They have one that says 0 sugar. Then they got this one. This one only has 5 grams of stevia leaf in it, right? And my dietitian taught me. I'm gonna teach y'all something. My dietitian taught me this. Okay, you see where it has total sugar 5 grams, right? This total sugar 5 grams is in the carbs. Then it says down here includes 5 added grams. So you're thinking it has 10 grams when it only has 5 grams, because the first 5 grams is included in the carbs. So it really only has 5 grams. So when the store doesn't have the 0 sugar, I get the light. But most of the time I get the 0. But when they don't have that, I get the light. So it's Simply Light, but then it also will say Simply 0, no sugar. That's the ones you get. All right. And then that's my refrigerator. And sometimes I make my own tea, but sometimes I don't feel like it, so I'll get this one, Milo's. You get Ingles, yeah, that's Ingles is the other supermarket, but you can get these from Ingles, Kroger's. I don't know if you can get these from Publix. You might, right? And they have 0 calorie, only 1 and 0 sugar, and 1 grams of carb. And this tea is good. Even when I make my own tea, this tea tastes better. It's called that. And it comes in half a pint and a big pint too. But you can buy them this. And they also make lemonade with no sugar as well, right? So I don't drink the ice drinks anymore, guys, because I found out it has an ingredient in it. It starts with an S. That could cause liver damage. I'm like, what? And it could cause you, if you're trying to lose weight, it could cause you to stop losing weight. Because remember, I kept telling y'all I plateaued, and in a dream, the Lord showed me. So I went in my pantry and I got rid of all of them, right? I would say a week later, I dropped a pound. And I've been losing weight ever since. I stopped drinking them like about 2 months ago. And I've been losing weight ever since. So they can plateau your weight journey. Those ice drinks I showed y'all. And then it got something in it, start with an S. It caused liver damage and something else. God showed it to me in a dream. Because Pat kept trying. She was like, sis, you should stop drinking it. I'm like, leave me alone. I was like, if God don't want me to drink it, he'll show me. Leave me alone. Because she always be trying to take my goodies from me. She'll see me that. I look the ingredients. I'm like, why you gotta look the ingredients up? And she be like, oh, you should have that. But usually she wrong. I'm keeping it real with you. Usually she wrong. Because I'll ask God to show me, and he'll show me it's okay. But she was right about the ice drink, right? And look, I had to eat Oreo cookies, right? And I had to go to her, like, you know what, sis? You was right. She was like, what you say? I was like, you was right about the ice drink. And she started laughing. I said, God showed it to me in a dream. She was like, it's okay, baby. You know I ain't gonna never mock you. But I told you so. I'm like, okay, you mocking me, right? And she's like, I'm just playing. And we start laughing, right? But a lot of other stuff she told me I shouldn't eat was fine for me because the Lord showed me in a dream that it was okay. But the like I eat these vegan coconut cookies that Publix make. They're delicious because I try to stay away from cookies unless I'm making them myself. And I love cookies, right? So I found these vegan coconut cookies in Publix. And she was, she was looking at me like funny. She was like, you know those vegan things, they have stuff in it that's not good. I said, these are fine. You know, and you get like 7 nice size cookies in there. It lasts me for like 2 weeks, right? Because one cookie, you get full, right? So, you know, but a lot of stuff she told me I shouldn't eat. I stopped eating it because I didn't want to eat it anymore. But all that was good because the Lord showed me. But the one thing that was not good that the Lord showed me was the ice drinks. Was the ice drinks. High fruit. Yeah, I don't eat nothing with high fructose and corn syrup. That's the worst thing that could cause you to have diabetes, all kinds of stuff. I'll be reading the label, y'all. Okay, be careful what you ask for, Rose. Because sometimes your friends can get on your nerve. And I know I be getting her because sometimes she be trying to tell me something. I tell her, you know what? I don't want to hear it. I don't. She be like, all right, Apostle, I'm just trying to tell. I don't want to hear it. So I know sometimes she be like, you know what? And she'll tell me, you know, I'm gonna take you to God. I'm like, well, take me. Take me to the King. When I be messing with her, she be like, you know what? I'm taking you to Daddy. Take me. Let's go. Take me to the King. And she started laughing. And she go, you know, Apostle, you ain't right. You ain't right. I'm like, thank you. I know I'm right. She be like, you so bad. I'm like, no, I'm not. I rebuke you. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. And then sometimes I be trying to sleep, man. I be in the car, be tired. We be going everywhere. And I just want to take a little nap in between. And she's like, sometimes I have to say, will you be quiet? And she be like, I'm sorry. Is you sleeping? Do you see my eyes closed? No, because you got shades on. I'm like, okay. Because she can talk. You think I can talk? Man, that girl could talk. She got some chops on her. She got some chops. And she's so loving and so kind. She's like a mother. I was like, my mother's in Florida, last time I checked. You're just my big sister. You know, and I'll be trying to give her away. We be going to the store. I'll be like asking people if they want a sister for free. And they'll tell me no. Or they'll say, can we trade? Can they trade their sister for her? You know, and sometimes I have to check. I'll be like, you know what? Last time I checked, my mother's in Florida. She's not sitting next to me. She be like, oh, sorry, I just care, just love you. I was like, I know, I love you and care for you too, but I don't act like your mother. I act like your little sister. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. All right, so I'm gonna have to be getting off of here because I'm about to go. We've been on here long enough. So if you have to come back and listen to this, please do. And remember, you are a precious jewel of God. And remember, keep God and the Holy Spirit ensured in everything you do. Question them on everything and give them a chance to answer you. And you have to be very careful and tread softly. The Bible says tread softly. Why does the Bible say that? Because the doggone enemies, they everywhere. And you might step on one and get stung if you're not careful. And don't let a week go by without doing at least one day fasting, at least 8 hours. You know, you got to keep up with fasting. So at least if you're on medicine and stuff, consult your doctor. But at least like stop eating like 8 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, and don't eat again until 12 noon or 10 o'clock. Or if you wake up, have breakfast. And let's say you finish breakfast at 8, 9, or 10. Don't eat again till like 4 or 6 or 8. Or just fast from 6 to 2 or 6 to 3, 6 to 4, 6 to 6. Or if you want to do a 24-hour fast, 12 midnight to 12 midnight the next night, but you'll probably be too sleepy, so you'll just snack and eat something in the morning. But at least fast one day or more a week. And then you could do intermediate fast. You could wake up, you can have breakfast. Say you finish breakfast at 9. You don't eat or drink anything, or if you drink something, just water between 9 or some those things I showed you. But don't eat no food from like 9 to 1, 9 to 2. Then eat again, right? Don't eat your dinner again till like 6 or 7, at the latest 8. So that's intermediate fasting that you're doing. And when you're doing fasting, make sure you either read the word a little more, pray extra, you're right, or watch a sermon on the YouTube or on the TV, or that's of God. And that keeps your power up. It keeps you strong. If you're having a hard time dreaming, you can start dreaming again. You'll start getting you start getting revelation more. You can even start hearing God more, or hearing him for the first time. And the attacks, not saying they won't go, but they will lessen. You'll be able to handle them better, because fasting is good. In Isaiah, God says he loves when you fast, because when you fast, you're sacrificing your belly for him, right? And fasting gives you power and gives you strength. So especially if you're a seer or a revelatory, a prophet or prophetess or apostle, bishop or pastor, evangelist, prophecy layer, you definitely need to be fasting, because the prophets and the seers and the revelatory ones are the number one ones that they go after, and the apostles and the bishops, they go after them, because the apostle and bishop have the 5 layers. They have the 5-fold ministry. So they will go after you. They go after everybody, but they go after those particular people the most, because we are God's mouthpiece. We're his messengers, and we're his seers. And sometimes they mess with us. Sometimes we'll wake up, don't remember something. You have to pray and give it back. And get it back. And sometimes God don't give it back to you because he feels there's no need, because you cancel it. Sometimes you'll have to wake up and do blind cancellation. It has happened to me off and on in life. And I'm like, okay, Daddy, what is the devil doing to me? What is the open door? And he'll tell me and show me. I pray, I fast, boom, it's back. So people going to go through that. I mean, there's periods and times where I saw stuff, but like for 2-3 months, I didn't see as much, but I saw stuff. But in those times when I don't see as much, I hear God more. And I found that other prophets go through that too. Sometimes it'll be a month or 2, you don't see a whole lot, but you'll hear more. So especially if you deal in the prophetic, you need to be fasting at least 1 day, 2-3 days out the week. Your friend is a blessing. My husband brings all kinds of junk food. He do? Fasting. Yes, it sure does. But thank you for chatting. You're welcome. So look for me Thursday or Friday at Prophetic Life Advice Show. The link is under my other videos. All right, and go and subscribe, and I'll be there Thursday or Friday, preferably before maybe 12 or 1, and be on there for a little bit, giving everybody 3 minutes or more. Oh, God bless you too. Thank you. You have a blessed day too. All right, so I'll see y'all soon. Y'all keep me in prayer as I do you, and just pray and be like, God, let me be one of the millionaires this year. That's all you can do, because you don't know if it's gonna be you or not. Hey, Sophie, you don't know if it's gonna be. Hi, Miss Lena. Is that Miss Lena on there? You don't know if you're gonna be the one or not. And then it's not just millionaires too. He's probably gonna be giving people like a couple of 100,000, enough to get you by, or to buy a house or down payment on a house or something like that, so just pray and be like, God, let me be one of the millionaires, or let me be one of those 100 trillionaires. Okay, so I see y'all later. Much love. Be blessed. Shalom. And like the video and share.